Over a decade ago, I was off work, experiencing high, widespread pain. I was depressed and I was shut down. I would spend most of my time blankly looking at the TV in this dissociative, disconnected place. And I had so much shame that I wasn't progressing forward in life and my career. I felt like I was letting down my partner, my parents, and my future children. And I hated myself for being so lazy and unmotivated. One memory that's etched in my mind is I remember I was applying for jobs and I was writing my resume and cover letters, and my partner Anne had to stand behind me the whole time and basically do it. I couldn't think, I couldn't problem solve, and I couldn't be creative. And after about 30 minutes of doing this, I was exhausted. But here's the thing. I wasn't lazy or unmotivated. I was highly dysregulated and stuck in this freeze and shutdown state. This is really vital to understand because in my therapy practice, I see so many clients shaming themselves for not being motivated or not progressing in life. But you're not lazy or unmotivated. You're likely just stuck in dysregulated states of fight, flight, or freeze. When your nervous system is dysregulated, you lose access to the alive, vibrant, creative, and compassionate energy we need to be motivated and succeed in life. See, when we're dysregulated, we just have no ability to access that energy. But when people label themselves as lazy, they desperately try to force themselves to be motivated to remove the shame. But this, unfortunately, just makes you more dysregulated. In order to feel motivated, we need to change our focus on this. You're not lazy, you're dysregulated. There's nothing fundamentally flawed or broken about you. We need to change our focus to regulating our nervous system. Because as we do that, we're going to gain access to those alive feelings inside. For myself, I was able to feel vibrant and alive again by focusing on nervous system regulation instead of forcing productivity. And so while I was off work, in pain and depressed, I started to make small shifts that allowed me to achieve this. Each morning, I would spend 20 to 30 minutes using safety signal practices, such as present moment sensing, breath work, somatic movement, and visualization. I would start my day off with this burst of safety to give my nervous system what it needed to feel alive. Then, throughout the day, I would use embodiment practices with nervous system dysregulation. So instead of shaming and criticizing myself for feeling depressed and shut down, I used embodiment to create a sense of safety, openness, compassion, and ease with the dysregulation. And this allowed me to start to befriend my nervous system. Finally, each day I took action on small behavioral goals. I came to understand that while feeling depressed, I wasn't going to have this epic moment of high motivation and passion. It just doesn't work that way. I learned that small actions increase motivation over time. Action breeds motivation. And so I needed to start with small, easy win goals. What I did is I took 2 digital courses at the time. I took one on personal finance, and I also took one on a therapy model I was interested in learning about to use with clients. Now, I couldn't work on these for hours each day because I was just so fatigued and shut down. But what I did is I made the goal of I'm going to work on this course or one of these courses for 5 to 10 minutes each day. Now, over time, I increased and I eventually got to doing it a couple hours. See, the action bred this motivation inside. It created that alive, motivating energy. Over time, as I consistently used safety signals, embodiment practices, and small behaviors, it woke up my nervous system. My fatigue, depression, and shutdown started to fade, and I started to feel that mobilized, alive energy again. So if you're currently feeling stuck and unmotivated in life, please know you are not lazy. You're just dysregulated. And so we need to start to put in small actions that will regulate your nervous system. I promise as you do this, you're naturally going to feel more motivated and you're going to be able to work towards your goals. So I want you all to pick out one small practice or behavior that you're going to do every single day this week. Something small. Like I said, with my digital courses, it was like 5 to 10 minutes at first. Or if you want to do more of a practice, like an embodiment practice, just use one of the ones on my channel. Do it for 10 minutes every single day this week. Through small, consistent actions, you can develop huge changes over time. It's cumulative. So start to work away at this. Remember, as you regulate, you will become more motivated. Keep going with the healing work. Take care.